Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Crazy? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? No. Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? Hey, there is nothing illegal about what I do. I'm sure some people don't mind. Yeah, exactly. Crazy recordings is a thing, you know? But I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. If you gave me some time to... Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Crazy. I didn't mean to get distracted, I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. You actually could spend the entire rest of the game, just sitting here talking to Monica. She has quite a few monologues here. Why am I doing the exact pose she is? What the fuck? Okay. So that scene that you saw a minute ago, the scene where Monica can tell that you're recording this, that is something that the game does if you're recording Doki Doki Literature Club with OBS, and I think a couple other specific recording softwares. Otherwise, if you're not doing that, the scene that you get instead is a scene where after Monica says, I'm talking to you, player character, so I'm talking to you, Crazy, or do you actually go by Zach or something? It knows your name based on, I think, either your Steam or it's the user on the computer. That is nuts. This game is amazing. Hey, coming at you in post to let you know that, first of all, it is based on the name of the user of the computer that's running the game. I know this because, well, last I checked, my Steam name is not admin. Kinda makes the scare a little bit less effective, but, yeah. Just thought I'd share that. I'm gonna go ahead and stay in post-commentary for a bit because... well, to be honest, I wasn't really satisfied with how disorganized my commentary was during this recording, so yeah, I'm just going to summarize what happens for the next few minutes. So during this part of the game, Monica has over 50 random topics of conversation that she talks to you about. Now, obviously, I wasn't just going to sit there and read through every single conversation. That just seems insane to me. But yeah, some of these topics are pretty trivial, like, you know, you got weather, music, horror, and stuff like that. She even, plugs her Twitter. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm currently recording this at a time when Twitter is not called Twitter, it's going by something else now. I think it's going by, Shitter? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, there's some pretty trivial topics there, but then there are some topics that go a little deeper, like, you know, she talks about, mental health, anxiety, depression, believing in God, etc. So yeah, it can get pretty interesting. And like I said, you could, if you wanted to, spend the rest of the game just sitting there and listening to what Monica has to say. But that doesn't exactly move the plot along, does it? But before we get into the files, I did have one thing I wanted to show. What happens when you try to skip one of Monica's monologues? There's a really popular character type called tsundere. Are you trying to fast forward? I'm not boring you, am I? Oh gosh. Well, there's nothing to fast forward to, Crazy. It's just the two of us after all. But aside from that, time doesn't really exist anymore, so it's not even going to work. Here, I'll go ahead and turn it off for you. There we go. You'll be a sweetheart and listen from now on, right? Thanks. Now, where was I? Alright, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to the menus here. Here's what happens when you try to save. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and hit quit. Here we go. I'll go ahead and open up Steam. Okay, Doki Doki Literature Club. Browse local files. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at the files here. This is an aspect of the game that I had actually gone without mentioning somehow, even though it's like a major point. Mostly because I don't ever have the mindset of keep track of the files while playing Doki Doki Literature Club, so that's just kind of a me thing. But here, like this one, Traceback. It's a text document. There we go. It's that. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I could probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Yep, this is basically what Monika is thinking while she's deleting Sayori from the game. We want to focus on a particular folder here. That is characters. You'll notice that Monika.chr is the only one here. Well, I am currently deleting her. This folder is empty. Alright. Now with that being said... What's happening? Crazy. What's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Crazy. Please hurry and help me. Help me! Did you do this to me, Crazy? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Crazy. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Crazy, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends, I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Crazy. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm gonna do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club! Monica is not here. It is just Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki. Going back to the character files here, Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri are back. Let's start a new game, shall we? It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Crazy! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. And recently, we've picked up that habit once again. Crazy, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Crazy, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Told you already, I'm really not. I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me! I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo! You meanie! Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that, in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Crazy? Well, what are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the crazy that Sayori's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Crazy. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something.
Ah, sorry, Natsuki.
The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you.
But working? We're not a business. Crazy, don't tell me. You're...
That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Natsuki looks so thrilled about it. Sayori's eyes light up.
No way! No way!
Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around.
Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Hoo-hoo, I'm back to being an owl once again. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it?
It's a wonderful day to be an owl.
Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise.
Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay?
How about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, you ready?
No.
Ta-da!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little kitty cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
Wow, those look amazing.
Well, you know,
Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow.
it's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Oh god, the riveting angle to take a bite scene again. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. I wonder if she really beat the crap out of it. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything.
As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep hold tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission, again. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I'm more of a water person, actually. I guess.
Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri?
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Crazy, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. How about I bring back an old joke from the 2021 playthrough? Yeah, I like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's a classic. It's my favorite manga. Or manga, I don't fucking know. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up. She finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common.
Hey, Yuri?
Yeah?
Well, about, the first thing he said? Manga?
That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room.
Don't. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So if Crazy wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything.
Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. We can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Crazy?
Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it would be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? No, not at all.
I don't disagree or anything.
Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri?
I have to read manga?
Jeez. You're the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful.
Hurtful? I didn't realize.
With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself.
I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature.
Are you just saying that?
No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well.
Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay?
Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting.
Just you?
Would you like to come along with me?
If you don't mind.
Not at all. I always go alone, so...
Yeah, me too. This is so cute! Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay?
Yes. I look forward to it.
Aw, isn't this a nice and wholesome game that we're playing here? Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Crazy. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Crazy. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever! Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun! Hey, Crazy? I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. Pausing here to talk again in post because this game has multiple endings. The first ending, which you're likely more familiar with, is one that I recorded back in 2021, so back to that footage. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Crazy. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. F-O-R-E-V-E. No. What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah! I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Crazy. Goodbye, Literature Club. Yeah, that ending happens when you, like, just pick one route and you don't really unlock all the CGs. But hey, let's have a happier ending, huh?
There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us all get along with each other. Do you get it, Crazy? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the Literature Club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know? After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm gonna miss you, Crazy. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Hey, it's that song she was working on.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
And so that is Doki Doki Literature Club. That is honestly one of my favorite games, if for nothing else, just for how absolutely creative it is. Right now I'm just going to be talking over the credits here because I actually kind of let the credits play without saying anything. But yeah, this is Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm really happy that I finally got to finish this project that I started like 2.5 years ago as of recording this. Because Doki Doki Literature Club, I know it's kind of a change of pace from some people watching this channel who are much more used to the lighthearted humor, like with, Cards Against Humanity and that stuff. But I just wanted to show this because I absolutely love this game. It's one of the things that got me into horror, not just like horror games, but horror media in general. Let's see, I also really like how, obviously I can't confirm on behalf of everybody who is suffering from depression, but I like to think that it helps some people through it. At least it helped me through it a little bit, and I can only think of that as a good thing. But yeah, it was a very fun project. I had so much fun working on this and getting out every episode to you. At some point, I will get around to putting out a bonus video, like showing off some like extra scares, like some Easter eggs and secrets, because I'm a nerd. Kind of have to do that. Something else that I plan on doing is going back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus and showing the side stories. I don't know if I'm going to do that right away after this goes up. I might do that like later on, like after another project in the future, but we'll just have to see, because one of my goals for 2024 was to get different content on my channel besides Crazy Recordings, and I think with Doki Doki Literature Club, we're off to a hell of a start. I want to thank everybody who watched this playthrough, and I want to thank everybody who subscribed in the time that I was uploading these. Again, I know it's a little bit alienating for a game that covers this dark a subject when you're used to more lighthearted stuff, but I really wanted to do it, and I'm really happy that I did. Before we end off this episode, and by extension this series, I do have one last thing to show you, and that, of course, would be the message that you get at the end of the regular ending. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Yeah, okay, let's end the project on a more heartwarming note. A letter from the creator of the game, Dan Salvato. To the special player who achieved this special ending. For years, I've been enamored by the ability of visual novels, and games in general, to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds, some challenge your mind in brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Thank you, everyone, for watching Doki Doki Literature Club.